Good evening and welcome back to Emerson Southern Forged. I'm Jim and this is Bourbon and Pipes Pairing number 3. I wanted to go over some comments from the first 2 episodes, and Potter Piper, my friend father, asked me how I drink my bourbon. I drink my bourbon, square ice cube, a little bit in a glass, no water, just bourbon and an ice cube, one, but it's a big one. I will put in the description where I got the molds from Amazon for these because I really like the square ice cubes. They last a long time and they're perfect. And here in Florida in the summer, I actually have a small Yeti highball glass that I will use as well. But for here today, I have my We the People glass that my son-in-law and daughter gave to me for my birthday last year, and that's typically what I drink of now that it's cool enough outside where I don't have to worry about it melting in 4 minutes. So that's what I use. Second of all, I do want to talk about pipes today. So in episode, the pairings number 1, and I talked about, okay, well, why do I want to spend less than $55 on the bourbon? And pipe tobacco is pipe tobacco. The reason being is that it's rare that we'll get to meet blenders in our life. It's rare that we'll get to meet the distillers in our life. But the great thing about buying custom pipes is that you get to meet the maker and you establish relationships and friendships that last a long time. The first custom-made pipe I ever bought was from Corey Brown, ABB. ABB Pipes, fantastic maker. I absolutely love his work. I have a small collection of 13, 14 pipes from him. And I talked to him. I haven't talked to him recently, but I talk to him regularly. And one of the things that I'm falling in love with of late is small, lightweight pipes. So I wanted to show you some of the small, lightweight pipes that I really, really like. I have this one from Smith House Pipes. It is absolutely fantastic. Rich made this. I saw it, got it from him. And the great thing is that I can send him a message on Instagram or through the Long Island Pipe Club and talk to him, and I get a response. And I'll just never have that with distillers. I'll spend the money to get a custom-made pipe that I won't spend on what I consider to be expensive bourbons. Anything over $100 a bottle, I'm probably not going to be in my collection. So, but anyway, I do have a collection of pipes that I want to talk about. So I showed this off before. This is my little Dublin that Tim made me, and Tim from Papa Bear Pipes. He made this beautiful little Dublin so that when I got better and could start having pipes again, I would use it. Great, fantastic. Rich from EP Pipes made me this little Dublin, and it is just sharp. Both of them are very lightweight. They're small pipes. They're absolutely perfect. And then for today's the video that I did last week that I just posted earlier today, because I forgot to post it, so video 2. One of the pipes that I used for that was this from EMC Custom Cobs, and I've really kind of fallen in love with this style. I've got a couple. I think I have 5 of them from EMC Custom Cobs, Eric Mills. I also have one from his son, Prometheus 1. He started to make some pipes, and I got one of his earlier ones. And then I also have some from Aaron McGee that I really like. That were the radiator type pipes where you can screw the bowls off and screw the bowls on, and I like those, and I'll show those in an upcoming episode. And then lastly, I picked up a Norden Compass, which I really like. Again, small, lightweight, comfortable pipes. Just really enjoy them. So that's what I do. So let's get on to the pairings. And today, this is a special episode. It's from my friend Rich at EP Pipes. And this is his bourbon, 10 High. It is kind of stunning. It is a $19. I bought this $19 from the local Publix, and it's a liter. And I thought, okay, how good can it be? What's it really going to be like? And I have to tell you, it's pretty good bourbon. I like it a lot. It has a unique taste to it. It does not have what I would consider to be a very long finish to it. I've got my book out, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Caramel oak, vanilla flavors. You can almost taste a little bit of apple, like a sweet apple to it. It has a sweet taste, another short to medium finish, so it doesn't hang on the palate. So if you want to smoke some delicate blends, this would be an excellent bourbon. I know Rich mixes it with something else. I like my bourbon just to be bourbon, so that's how I drink it. Just like I said earlier, ice and water. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the pipes I use today. So this is one that I got from Rich a while back, and it is Briar encased in acrylic, and it is a really unique smoke. It is a unique taste to, a unique presentation of the pipe, and I love the way it smokes. And if you have never gotten a Rich pipe, or you haven't been to EP Pipes, go to his website, take a look. He has just got some really unique stuff. This is another great lightweight small pipe that I really, really like, that I got from Rich. And then Rich always comes up with something interesting, and when I saw this one, I kind of had to have it. It's just cool as could be. It's got a 223 shell as part of the stem. It's a brass rod connecting the briar bowl, and it's just a really well-made, interesting, unique pipe, and I like it. So anyway, so I'm drinking 10 High Bourbon for Rich. I've talked about pipes, so let's talk about what I paired with it. And one of the more recent blends I picked up in my travels, when I was in Charlotte, I stopped by McCranie's, and they had a new blend called Whitewater. And this is a Oriental Virginia blend, and it is absolutely spectacular. And I just think it pairs magnificently with this particular blend. I know Rich is a big fan of Virginia Oriental blends. That's what he likes, and I really like how this pairs with this particular bourbon. So the next thing, I picked this up in the Briary a while ago. It's Ephemeris. It is their all Virginia blend. Again, it is a wonderful Virginia blend. You've got the warm, bready, sweet notes that Virginia gives you, and it's just a fantastic blend, and I really like it. And I am always trying to patronize shops that make their own blends. I just think that that's so important, because we get so many creative things that tend to get a little bit overlooked or ignored, and I really want to see more of the pipe shops, the Country Squire, the Briary, Robusto and Briar in Cleveland, places that are making their own blends, Smokies in Knoxville, and I'll be talking about more of those blends as we go along through this, as we do some pairings, and I'll pairings up. And then lastly, my third choice for this is just one of my favorite codger blends, Carter Hall. I love Carter Hall, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I absolutely think it's fantastic. I've never had a bowl let me down. It is a smooth, easy smoking Burley Virginia blend. I think, when you talk about codger blends, and the reason why so many of the older pipe smokers that picked that one blend that they liked, and why Carter Hall has survived so long, is because that consistent flavor. I think I have, 3 or 4 pounds in storage at this point, and as I've smoked through jar after jar, what I love about it is you get a consistent flavor from batch to batch, and I absolutely love it, and that's why I like Carter Hall. So there you go. I did want to take a minute and read some comments from the last 2 episodes while I've got them up. So first up, Terry Brewster. Awesome video, Jim. Welcome back to videos. Great to see your face again. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Chris Erickson, 2677. Love the content. Bibb and Tucker and GLP's Odyssey for me. We'll be trying Bibb and Tucker here. That's on the list. It's a little farther down, but we'll get to it. So, excellent. Blake's Pipes. I was lost and now I'm found. Your video just popped up for me to watch, and you look like someone I know. I have the bell set, so I should be here. Now if I can find the other knucklehead, my life would come full circle. Yeah, Tim and I have, because I travel as much as I do for work, it's hard for Tim and I to get together because his weekends, I think he has 32 grandchildren. I'm not sure. It's a large number of grandchildren, and they seem to populate his weekends, and that's really the only time I'm home. So sorry about that. Yusuf Syed, 1583. Hello again. Thanks for sharing the pairing. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't have a foot to stand on. I'm an amputee. Have a marvelous Monday, and greetings from South Africa. One of the nicest people in the YTPC. Absolutely love Yusuf. Great guy. At Noah's House, very nice. You know the book is a must. I think I'll start with a nice bourbon collection. Baker Street is a fantastic blend, one of my favorites. The other two have piqued my interest, especially the GLP's one. Look forward to the series. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate that. He's got a great channel. We had him on the Pipe and Tobacco Talk podcast, and we talked about gardening because he's a gardener. And if you go to his YouTube channel, he talks about gardening, and he's fantastic. Blake's Pipes, I just looked. You're both back. Very happy to see. I'll watch the newest Pipe and Tobacco Talk when this is done. There you go. Okay. Andy Marcy, 6930, 12 days ago. Looking forward to this series. A couple years ago, while in Ireland, I was able to stop at the Bushmills Distillery. That's on my bucket list. After the tasting, I immediately grabbed a bottle of their 21-year-old whiskey. I can only describe it as mincemeat pie in glass. It is wonderful. I recently paired it with Wessex Burley Slice, and they played together perfectly. The Wessex Anise, to me, and he put Anise in quotation marks because he's not sure, is more akin to a Pizzelle cookie than black licorice. Now, the Bushmills obviously breaks one of the rules right away. However, the Balcones Lineage American Single Malt has a very similar profile and maybe more of a lean towards rum raisin, but I think it might be very suitable pairing replacement and is an outstanding whiskey in its own right. I'll add that to the list. Welcome to Florida as well. ABC often has good sales, so don't forget about them. If you're ever in Tallahassee, we have a great distillery brewery called Ology. They've done some great bourbons and have an excellent rye too. Cheers to continued recovery and health. Thank you very much. And my friend Andy on YouTube. Believe it or not, before a heathen doctor forbid me from spirit, I was a single malt guy. The man that can't stomach Latakia loves the peat smoky nectar. Yeah, there's something wrong there, Andy. You should be able to enjoy Latakia. So those were all the comments from episode 1. Next week we are going to do. I hard to say it's one of my favorites, but it's probably as close to one of my favorites as I can get. We're going to do Uncle Nearest 1884, which I absolutely love. I am now on, I think this is my 3rd bottle of it, and I absolutely love it. And lastly, before I go, I wanted to show off a couple of pickups on my travels. I was in, 2 weeks ago, I was in Nashville, Knoxville, and I got some great bourbons, Tennessee whiskeys. The first one I picked up was Standard Proof Straight Rye, which I'm looking forward to. I've cracked it just to get kind of a smell, what the nose on the bottle is like, so we'll see what that's like. One that I'm really excited about is Chattanooga Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's from Chattanooga Whiskey. I like everything about the smell. That'll be coming up in a future episode. Lastly, from my Tennessee trip, George Dickel Barrel Select. They were doing a little tasting. It's an 86 proof. Really like it. Yeah, and this bottle mysteriously made its home with me. So that was my Tennessee trip. And last week I was in Houston, and I fell so in love with the first Still Austin I got. I discovered they make a straight rye whiskey, so I picked up the Artist, and we'll see how that tastes, how it goes. Wonderful nose. I really like it. And then lastly, Iron Root Republic. This is Sleight of Hand, and it is also a rye whiskey. So there'll be some rye whiskey for your rye whiskey guys, and we'll see how those go. And those will be coming up on future episodes. So, wasn't that fun? I really enjoy it. I thank you, Father, thank you for asking how I drink my whiskey. Neat with a cube. So, there you go. And I hope you all enjoy it. So, if you have anything you want to add, if you want to argue with me, if you want to argue, I would love to argue with you. If you just want to comment, I will happily read your comments on the air. And I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm off to Tucson this week. Don't know if there are any distilleries in Tucson, but we're going to find out and see what Arizona has to offer. I used to live there for 13 years, and I enjoyed my time in Arizona. My dad still lives there, so I get to hang out with my dad, too. He's not a bourbon guy, though. I don't know. Defective genes in that one, I guess, possibly. Y'all have a good night. Smoke what you like. Don't let anybody tell you different.